As well as creating a short film, we were also given the task of creating a film poster and a film review to form the ancillary tasks. In order to represent the same level of continuity across all three products, I had to look at the design of existing film and review examples from existing film productions in order to make a good decision with the route in which I take for designing my own products. When exploring into the designs of silent film posters, I came across a website called Flavorwire, which is a network created and aimed at an audience who acquire an interest towards the arts culture. As silent films are associated with international film, it was difficult to find any contemporary British examples, so I decided to analyse a European film poster, originated in Germany anyway, as a means of understanding the visual design and layout. A post titled Gorgeous Silent Film Posters from Around the World grasped my attention. The blog post consisted of a description towards how posters for this genre are designed in order to create an emotional response, as it causes the audience to raise enigma and to analyse the poster's meaning. For a silent film poster, it is conventional to be quite ambiguous, because it causes the audience to make their own interpretations. The idea of doing this links back to the Bath codes theory, as discussed during question 1, whereby an active audience is generated to question the film's meaning. I took on board the concept of developing a sense of mystery through my choice of imagery. Being creative with typography and image development was something I intended to do from very early stages of planning, as it reaches out to a quirky and independent audience who will appreciate my artistic image. To link the film and ancillary tasks together, the same level of ambiguity had to be sustained. Sustaining this concept of ambiguity provides a relationship between the advertising and an actual film to prevent the public from feeling confused. It also helps to establish a format similar to how a brand is generated through creating a subconscious link. You would understand that two products are connected if you were to come across the feature once again. The font type, for instance, is the same for both the film poster and the actual film. If an audience member was to see an item in the near future which incorporated the same font, it would reflect back to the film product, which could subsequently contribute towards the exchange process, as they may decide to watch the film once again, and maybe promote it online via social media, for example. I also explored the design of film posters from under a social realism genre, in order to discover the way in which an audience for a social realism is targeted. Analysing film posters from both a silent film and a social realism genre will allow me to make decisions with my choice of imagery and layout in regards to my own film, as I have taken inspiration from two different genres. For a social realism genre, there is a larger variety of film posters to explore, and the genre contains quite a few subgenres, such as a social drama. Despite the variation in genre categories, film posters for a social realism follow several basic conventions, such as a large image which takes up a vast amount of the poster, as well as a large main title and visible actors' names. Although adding actors' names is not conventional for a silent film genre, it is for a social realism, and it is vital that I incorporate components from both a social realism film and a silent film. Hence why I decided to place the actors' names at the top of the poster. I decided to include my own style. This was followed with many subsequent pieces of audience research to gather feedback concerning the rotation of the characters' surnames. The audience feedback concerning my ancillary tasks indicated that the aesthetics of the poster and film review is individualistic and quirky, which consequently causes the poster to stand out amongst the conventional mainstream posters. Therefore, it would be appropriate to advertise my film poster in locations associated with an audience of this quirky, independent style, and also around universities and colleges for targeting the youth. If we were given the task of advertising our film around Bury, I would focus on displaying the poster predominantly close to Picture House Cinema, which is independent. Also, the Bay Tree Cafe is a closely knitted place with the typical population which regularly attend to the screenings at Picture House, so it would therefore be appropriate to distribute posters and potentially copies of the film review to local and independent stores, as their products are also aimed at an audience similar to my chosen target audience. Cross-media convergence is a concept which would be appropriate to conform to in respect to the marketing of my film. To ensure my film reaches the largest audience within my niche target, I would have to create an elaborate and eye-catching strategy. Although cross-media convergence is more conventional for a mainstream production, I can interpret this method in my own way to suit my film genre. On my film poster, I have included a QR code designed with the intentions to reach a media-savvy audience. In terms of where this QR is linked to, I would design a web page as a subsidiary site to the film's official web page, purely for marketing and entertainment purposes. The QR code would be activated before the film's exhibition release date, like a 2-week countdown to the first screening, which I would hold as a pop-up event. Due to the film having been produced on a micro-budget, advertising would also be conducted through social media sites by creating a Facebook and Twitter profile for the film. I would also favour Pinterest and Instagram, as this would be at an advantage for me towards directly marketing the film at a youth audience. It also includes the opportunity to embed imagery in videos, which could raise an enigmatic awareness through creating tension and suspense in regards to the short film.